Good morning, colleagues in delegation. Good morning, Dimitrie.
Morning, Kim.
You're here today because I think it's the last round of the administrative negotiation with the administration about the new framework rules for local agent. Can you say in few words what USHU is doing for its colleagues in delegation in the framework of this negotiation?
Yes, just very briefly, we are finalizing negotiations at this level, administrative level. We had 5 rounds in the past, and today is the last round. We have received revised documents for all 3 topics that you mentioned, and now we will see what improvements can still be made, and if we can agree with the administration at this level, or if we do not, then we will have to go to the higher levels, technical and political consultation.
What was USHU's position with regard to the medical scheme?
Well, the medical scheme is one of the elements, probably one of the most important elements of the whole package that we have as local agents. Local agents are very much dissatisfied with the work of the scheme. On the other hand, the scheme is running a huge surplus. More than 23 million is a reserve now, and surplus every year about 2 million euros. So there is a paradox. There is enough money on one hand. On the other hand, people do not use, colleagues do not use the scheme or are often refused, and so the scheme is not used in the best possible way. So what we want to achieve is to improve the functioning of the scheme for the colleagues who are already there. So to have more therapies, to have higher ceilings, to have possibility to go abroad for medical care, all in all to improve the scheme. And what we have received is a new document which already have these improved elements in comparison with the past, and so we will continue discussion on that.
So in order to manage such a scheme, I suppose we need a good committee.
Exactly, that is one of the key issues. The committee is the one that should run the scheme, that should manage the scheme, and that is our position. So we want to improve the role of the committee, the mandate of the committee, and we also want to see a joint representation, so the administration and staff representatives, and we want that the scheme is really properly managed. We do not want to see that only one side is managing the scheme, because we think, as you said, it's also our money. It's
your money, definitely, so I think staff should be well and fairly represented in the joint committee. Dimitri, I think that there are 2 other issues related to the medical scheme. It's the affiliation of those who will sign or not the new package of framework rules.
Yes, exactly. We see there a little legal problem, because those who sign the new package will also sign the new rules for the scheme, meaning more therapies, higher ceilings that I already mentioned. On one hand. On the other hand, those who do not sign, they will contribute the same amount, will be member of the same scheme, and will not be able to benefit from this. So we think there is a legal issue here, and we will need to discuss this with the administration, but also perhaps to ask for legal advice outside.
It did. And for the affiliation after retirement, what are your thoughts for
well, affiliation after retirement, I think it's the most, well, one of the most important things that we want to see improved in the scheme. What we had in the past, at the very beginning, was no possibility to be affiliated after retirement. In 2014 there was an improvement, possibility to affiliate for 1 year after retirement, with contributions both parts paid by the former colleague who is now retired. The interesting thing is that we have heard of no case of somebody willing to join. So that's an indication how our colleagues perceive the scheme and what it offers. Now we have even improved proposal, and that is 1 year plus 1 month per year of service. Meaning for somebody who has worked for, I don't know, 20 years, so it's 1 year plus 20 months, more or less 2 years. So at the age of 65 you get retired, at the age of 68 you are no longer affiliated, when you probably need the most the scheme. So we don't think this is okay. So we are fighting to have affiliation for life. We are also considering other options, so not full contribution both part of the employer and of the employee paid by the retired person, which is a huge amount once you get retired. And also we are thinking about the possibility how to use better the reserve, perhaps, in this context. But this is still all on the table, as I said, so we will still have to discuss on that.
A surplus that was made thanks to the contribution of those retirees.
Exactly, exactly. That's one of the reasons why we think that it should be taken into account when we discuss about the future.
Certainly. Thank you, Dimitrie. Thank you, friends around, and see you next time with the result of this negotiation today.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.